official healthcare provider in the INA is the Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy Hospital. Representing them today, Elizabeth Jo Sugarlow and health and team physician Dr. Anne-Marie Stork. The official dental care provider is Summercrest Dental. Now it's time for the starting lineups. First, for the Stars of Oklahoma City University. Starting at guard,
this is the 82nd NAIA Division I Men's Basketball National Championship from historic Municipal Auditorium. Good morning, everybody. Alongside my partner, Ross Cashel, this is Mark Miller, and we are in the second round, day 3 of the tournament championships. And our first game this morning will be Carroll College. Winners over St. Thomas, the Celts out of Houston, Texas on Thursday. Yesterday, 71-65, taking on Oklahoma City University, the Stars, making their 25th appearance in the national tournament. 101-84 winners over the number 2 seed, Stillman, Alabama, on Thursday. Let's take you through the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast starting lineups, brought to you by Jimmy John's. For Oklahoma City, number 2, 6'2", senior guard Chris Williams. Number 4, 5'11", senior guard Mark Howell. Number 22, the junior 6'3", Eric Watry. 6'7", junior, number 23, Anthony Davis. And number 34, the center, 6'9", Eric McCollum. That's for Oklahoma City. For Carroll College, 6'4", junior guard Dane Ward, number 2. Number 12, the leading scorer, Max Berman, 19.9 points a game. 6'8", senior forward. Number 22, Shamrock Campbell, the 6'1" guard, averages 9 a game. Ife Kalajaye, the 6'2" guard, number 31, and rounding out the starting 5. Number 24, the 6'7" guard, Matt Wyman, who averages 17.3 a game. So once again, the starters for Oklahoma City: Davis, McCollum, Williams, Howell, and Watry. For Carroll College, Burnham, Wyman, Dane Warp, Kalajaye, and Shamrock Campbell. There's the breakout second round action. Benedictine, Pikeville, Carroll College, and Oklahoma City, both trying to get to that Saturday quarterfinal 7:30 game. Benedictine being the top seed, defeated Westmont 90-85. Pikeville in the game we did over Talladega yesterday afternoon as well. McCollum will jump it up against Wyman. Carroll College, the white uniforms. Oklahoma City University Stars in the blue. Good morning again from Kansas City, and we are underway, and Carroll College has the basketball going left to right into the hands of Campbell. Campbell just had 1 point, leads his team in assists coming into the tournament, was held to just 1 point, averages 9 a game in the 6-point win yesterday against St. Thomas out of Houston. Back out front in the hands of Wyman. Kalajaye, who had a big 3 late, fires up the first one. This one rattles out. Rebounded on the push. Here comes Mark Howell. 6 titles from the Sooner Athletic Conference is the history of Oklahoma City. Coached by Vinny Patel in his 4th year. 22-10, 13-9 in conference play this season. Pass inside, that's going to be a problem. Jumping up and scoring is Eric McCollum. Averages 13 a game. He had 12 in the win, the 17-point win of the number 2 seed in the Dewar bracket, Stillman, Alabama, on yesterday.
And an Oklahoma City team, Mark, that put 101 on the board yesterday.
Drive by Wyman, counted, and he's fouled. Wyman, who scored 17, hit that and one more yesterday, 18.
the foul is on number 34, Eric McCollum.
That'll be the first on McCollum, first team foul. We've played a little over a minute here in Wyman, and this is what this team does. They shoot free throws. 60% field goal shooter, and at the line is an 80%er. This team shoots 81%, Carroll College, from the free throw line, 51% from the field, and 42% from the arc. Advantage Fighting Saints. You have to foul this team late. They were absolutely excellent yesterday. Pull-up jump shot, way off the mark. And stepping out of bounds with a defensive rebound is going to be Shamrock Campbell, the 6'1" guard. 3-2 early on. Carroll by a point. 18:29 left here in the opening period.
Well, Chris Williams with the miss there a moment ago, but he is the leading scorer for the Stars team. And he had 27 last night, was 6 of 8 from downtown on the season. He averages 38% three-point shooting.
Man-to-man defense here by Carroll College. Ball is loose, stolen, and on the break, 3-on-2. Here comes Dane Warp. Crossover to the basket. Can't get it to go, but that crossover move made the defender foul him, and Williams is going to be ticketed with the foul. His first team foul number 2. And Warp is 74% from the line, goes to the line to shoot a deuce. First one up and good. Warp hits them both. And it's 5-2 Carroll College. Drive to the basket, up and good. What a move inside by Chris Williams. You just talked about him, Ross Cascio, and he delivers, and it's 5-4. We've played 2 minutes. Inside to Berman. Vernon shot, leaves a little bit short, contested by McCollum. Chance to take the lead here for the Stars. Both these teams have a great history of playing in this tournament.
When you talk about the Oklahoma City 6 titles, and as recent as 2008, all of those titles have come since 1991.
Foul goal against Dane Warp, his first team foul number 1. And going to the line to shoot a pair will be Eric McCollum, a 67% free throw shooter, leads his team with 7.5 boards. The Stars 47% from the field, 38% from the arc as a team, and 78% from the free throw line. So they can hit it from the charity stripe as well. McCollum's got 3, and we're tied at 5.
When you talk about Oklahoma City and their 6 national championships, their record in this tournament now with the win yesterday, Mark, is 49-17 all time.
Great success here playing in Municipal Auditorium for many of those games. Throughout the morning, we'll talk to you about it. In this game, I'll talk to you about just what this arena, Municipal Auditorium, has meant to college basketball, the NCAA level, the NAIA level. John Wooden of UCLA won his first tournament championship in the 60s here, playing on this court on a Saturday night. Wilt Chamberlain played the triple overtime game with Kansas and North Carolina back in '57. A lot of history in this building, downtown KC. Nice no-look pass, and that's what this team does. Carroll College really shares the basketball. Great feed by Kalajaye to match Burnham, and he's got a deuce. Carroll back up in front, 7-6. Carroll College did not shoot the 3 well yesterday, but from the 2 in the mid-range, they did an excellent job as Kalajaye rips it away from Chris Williams. And they saw that they weren't hitting the 3 yesterday, went to the mid-range and did the dribble drive and the extra pass. There's Burnham, ball fake inside, that's money. Match Burnham, and that is his first name. His dad's name is Blaze Burnham. I found that out a year ago covering this team at this event. Named his kid Match, and with a kid of my own named Peanut, I understand there is a little different name, but Match Burnham can catch fire and really lead this club. He leads them in scoring with 19 points a game, hit 19 in the win over St. Thomas yesterday. 4 in the shot clock, throws it inside, extra pass, up and good. Right as the 30-second shot clock was evaporating, McCollum's got 6 out of the Oklahoma City 8. 9-8 Carroll. Biggest lead's been 3 by Carroll College. Kalajaye skips it over to Campbell. Second half of the game yesterday, Carroll College really didn't go to the bench. Jovan Shilvanchenam will check in, and that's about it. 3, left wing, right wing, bullseye. Shamrock Campbell from downtown.
Yeah.
He's a 46% three-point shooter.
And he really struggled yesterday, Mark, and it's good for Carroll College to see him get off to a quick start. He can shoot the basketball. Was one of many Saints yesterday that struggled from behind the three-point line. But you're right, they made up for it with the mid-range game.
Davis tries to answer, rattles in, and gets a nice friendly roll off the rim, and Davis puts it up and in. He's got three. Or back out to Barnum. Ball fake, goes to the basket, draws some contact, hits the deck, was going to draw the foul. That'll go on Davis, his first team foul number 3. Had a better play in basketball than the ball fake. It started with the ball fake jab step to the basket. Got the contact, was able to get up the shot and draw the two-shot opportunity. So Burnham will go to the line, an 86% free throw shooter. The senior, 6'8" forward. Free throw up and rattles it in.
In the game for Carroll, number 5.
Well, Mark, the Saints have some decent height down there with Match Barnum and also Matt Wyman at 6'7". You know, Barnum's at 6'8", but they're not your typical post-type players, and they won't run a lot of that. But, well, we've already seen Barnum flash to the basket a couple of times, and a good job by his teammates to find him. He's off to a quick start.
14-11, dribble drive to the basket, to the rim, and we're going to have a foul on the shot. Checking in the lineup was Joe Clark, and he immediately makes an impact. And that'll go against Shelvon Chenham, his first. Second team foul. Clark to the line, was a 64% free throw shooter. Again on Burnham, Match Burnham. Now, he's not your typical post-up player. He can also take it on the perimeter, drain threes, and then get the dribble drive going as well. Up and good by Clark. So Burnham is a handful for any defense that plays him. Stars won't put anybody to rebound because Clark drains them both. 14-13. Good start. Never know on these early morning games. Everybody's ready to play, but how these teams warmed up really indicated that they would come out sharp, and they have. Both these coaching staffs really gets these teams well prepared. Burnham ball fake, stutter step, crossover to the basket, to the rim, textbook, up and in. Match Burnham, he's got 8. You can't get much better than that. If you draw that up, James Naismith would draw that up. You wouldn't have drawn it up any better than that. Ball fake, crossover, drop step, the whole 9 yards. Made me dizzy looking at it, but it was a heck of a move. Pass inside, shot won't go. Rebounded by Shelvon Chenham, out to Campbell. Into the corner. Kalajaye goes in. Late drop-off pass. They'll try to rip it, get it to the corner. It's going to be stolen. Kalajaye was open. I think that surprised him how open he was in the paint. Didn't shoot the basketball. Trey Bryant is checked in, running the point guard here for the Stars. Pull-up jump shot, mid-range, hits the front lip. Breaks for the rebound, tipped off the hands of Burnham. Extra opportunity, Clark, can he deliver? Rattles in and out, rebounded by Burnham. Extra possession. Stars can't take advantage of it. Campbell will walk it across the midcourt stripe with the NAIA logo on it here at Municipal Auditorium. Burnham on the wing, pull up, 3, bang! Match Burnham feeling it, he's got 11 early. Got off to a slow start yesterday, had 2 in the early going and really didn't do much in the first half, came back with 17 in the second half. 19-13, Carroll by 6.
That's right, Burnham's only points early on yesterday were from the free throw line, but a completely different start for him today.
Foul's going to be on Kalajaye. Reached down, slapped the arm of the defender. There's Burnham, that ball, that little jab step, then stick, pull back, and with that jab step, he got McCollum just to back off just a little bit before he could pull back and shoot the 3. To the line is Williams, free throw up good. Chris Williams with 3. $12:53 to play here in the opening half. Carroll College by 5 over the 7th seed, Oklahoma City Stars. Playing in the Dewar bracket. The winner of this game gets a quarterfinal matchup with the winner of the U-Pike Benedictine game, which will be played tonight about 7:30. Second free throw up and good by Williams.
And
He's got 4.
For the Saints, Match Burnham and Kalajaye both go to the bench here. Their lead is 4 points. You talked about just playing in this game yesterday. They played in the 12:30 game yesterday, so a quick turnaround for them. Oklahoma City played in the game right after that. So as hot as Burnham is, they're going to have to find some spots to get him some rest here today.
Pull-up jump shot up and in. Dane Warp's got 4, and Oklahoma City has come out on 5, then bang with the thorn. Wow, Clark. And Carroll College wants to talk it over. 21-17. Joe Clark has come off the bench for Vinny Patel. He's got 4. And it's 12-25, 21-17, Carroll College.
Well, Carroll shooting 7 of 10 from the field. Oklahoma City not doing too bad themselves, 5 of 9. Clark throws it down with some authority there. Nice, strong move on the baseline. Saints are 2 of 3 from three-point range, Mark, and Oklahoma City has attempted 3 as well. They've hit 1. Both teams shooting well from the free throw line. 5 of 5 for Carroll, no surprise there. Oklahoma City 5 of 6 early on.
Yeah,
Burnham leading scorer with 11 points.
No, you're right. These teams have come out strong here, both shooting the ball. What a look ahead, and running that baseline was Clark and just got it and flushed it. Biggest lead's been 6 by Carroll College. They've got the basketball into the hands of Campbell. Warp out on the right wing, crossover. Back out to E2 Villa, who's checked in off the bench for Kurt Paulson in his first season. There goes Burnham. Skip pass over to the wing. Back out front to Warp. Dribble drives to the middle of the paint. Up and basket won't go. They're going to call the foul on the floor on Clark. His first, team foul number 4 at the 12:03 mark. Campbell out front with the top of the key. And an illegal screen by Match Burnham, and he does not agree with that at all.
Foul is on Carroll's number 12, Match Burnham.
Referee said he stuck out a hip.
Little hip check.
Little hip check, little hockey move there. His first, team foul number 3. I mean, this isn't needlepoint. Okay, nothing wrong with needlepoint, but 3 from way off the mark on the miss by Elijah Christman, who's checked in the lineup. There's Burnham. He pull up, take a 3, and rattles halfway down. Would not stay. Ball is loose, and Dane Warp got in there and was able to ricochet it off the leg of a star. Oklahoma City University Stars from the Sooner Athletic Conference. Carroll College from the Frontier Conference. Shilvan Chenham will check in, replacing E2 Villa.
Well, the Stars not going to be happy with that last series of events there. They had 2 players fighting for that rebound and just couldn't control it, and gives the ball right back to Carroll.
Warp on the dribble drive, and an offensive foul is going to be called. That's going to go against Dane Warp. His second, team foul number 4. If we have a chance to look at that again, you make the call. Boy, that's bang, bang. Was the defender still moving, or had the defender established defensive position? Partner, I'll let you take a run at that. I know what my call would have been.
Looked like he was shuffling the feet a little bit.
It did look like he was moving. Those are the toughest calls, and not only are the best teams, players, and coaches at this tournament, but so are the officials. And they've got a tremendous job to do, and they do a wonderful job at it. And those are some of the toughest calls. Actually, the toughest call, an official will tell you this, the toughest call is what that official just called, traveling. That is the toughest call to make, because of the ability of these athletes and how quick they are. But the block charge is also tough. The traveling call is really the toughest anymore.
When the Saints really missed an opportunity to extend this 4-point lead. Last 2 trips down the floor have turned the ball over with the offensive foul. So Oklahoma City not able to take advantage of it.
21-17 inside of 11. Into the corner, 3 contested, leaves a little bit short, loose on the deck. Burnham gets a hand on it, but the Stars come down with it. On the push, here comes Markel, top of the key. Looks for somebody to throw it to. To the basket, to the rim, up good. Good move by Elijah Crispin. He's got 2. You have a chance to dribble downhill and get it to the paint and to the rack. Good things are going to happen. It did for Crispin. He's got 2. 10:25 to play. We got a 2-point game. Wyman into Berman. Skip pass. Kalajaye goes to the basket. Gets a double team.
Oh, boy.
And then the ball's going to be knocked away. And it touches the boundary. It'll stay with Carroll College with 10:12 to play. There's that last drive. Nice move by Elijah Crispin. There goes Berman, and he hits the deck hard on the drive to the basket.
Fouls on the Stars, number 10.
Well, before that foul there, Mark, Kalajaye really tried to thread the needle along the baseline, and it's fortunate that his team got to keep the basketball. But here's Burnham now to the free throw line, the chance to add to his game-high 11 points.
Free throw up and good. You can just sense that Max Berman, who's a senior, has come out here with fire in his eyes. I won't have too many more parodies with the name Match and fire in the eyes and on fire and all of that, but he has. He's just got that look. He wants the basketball. Leading scorer, and at this time of the game or in tournament time, you want to get it to your players. Everybody has a role, but you want to get it to the players that can put the ball in the hole. Burnham's got 13 already out of his team's 23 as we hit the 10-minute mark here in the opening half. Good one here from Municipal Auditorium in downtown KC. Glad you're with us on the NAIA network. Ball is stolen by Burnham. 2-on-1. Will they take the defender to him? Crossover, goes up and draws the foul and go to the line again.
Well, they prevent the layup, but with Burnham, it's usually automatic from the free throw line, and well, just good defense there. Picks up the basketball, goes the distance. Can't convert on the basket.
Foul will be on Watry, the 6'3"
right.
guard, his first team foul number 6. Burnham up and good. Right now making a living at the free throw line. He's got 14. Last 4 have been courtesy of the free throw line. 5 overall. Rhythm shooting, and Berman puts him in. He's got 15 now. 25-19, back to a 6-point lead.
Well, that's the most inaccurate Burnham's been as he hit part of the rim on that made free throw.
And his brother, a 6'3" guard, Chase Burnham's getting ready to check in the lineup. He didn't play yesterday. Inside, great position.
Yep.
And finishing it was Anthony Davis. He got Burnham on his hip and a great entry pass. And then a little drop step on that right low block was easy. A deuce there for the Stars. Wyman out front with it. In the corner, Kalajaye turned down the 3, looks for Burnham. Back to the basket. Ball fake, jab step to the rim, spin move inside, and gets fouled again. Berman right now is wearing out Oklahoma City inside.
Fouls on the Stars, 21. Darion Williams.
That'll go against Darion
His first, team 6.
Willies at 6'2" forward.
Match Burnham.
Team foul number 7. Burnham back to the free throw line. 2-shot foul and drains it. He's got 16.
Correction, that was the 7th team foul. Now checking in.
Well, and just like yesterday,
Chase Burnham.
Carroll College, the Fighting Saints, come out on fire from the free throw line. Burnham, with this one, no, he misses at 7 of 8, but that's their first miss, and as a team, they're now 10 of 11 from the free throw line. You'll take 91% from the free throw line.
And he has not been subbed out as yet. Backdoor pick, ball fake up and scoring it. Get Anthony Davis back-to-back buckets. Out to Wyman, open three, up, good. Matt Wyman, a 42% three-point shooter, found himself wide open. Stars lost him on defense, and Wyman burned him. 29-23, 8:20 to play.
Well, Carroll continues their hot shooting from the floor. Again, even though they struggled from three-point range yesterday, they were about 70% on two-point field goals. Today, overall, they are 62% from the field.
Howell's miss inside, rebounded by Berman. Across the timeline, Campbell back over to Chase Berman. Now to Match Berman, top of the key, around the perimeter. Dribble drive, they're going to have a foul on the drive. That'll be a one-and-one opportunity. That foul will be whistled on Darian Willies. Check that, Mark Howell. They're going to get him on the reach. His first, team foul number 8. Carroll College has been whistled for 4 fouls.
And then Chase Burnham will go to the free throw line here. Don't think we saw him yesterday.
No, he did not play yesterday. He's a sophomore. Senior-dominated Fighting Saints team. Free throw up, leaves a little bit short.
But when you're trying to win a tournament, when you have to win 5 games in 6 days, you go a little bit deeper on your bench here on day 2, especially with the quick turnaround.
Move inside, they're going to get a blocking foul. That's going to go against Kalajaye. His second, team foul number 5. The Stars are doing a nice job of pounding the rock inside. Let's see if Carroll College might mix this up a little bit and go to a zone defense. Non-shooting foul at the 7:41 mark, 29-23. Howell inbounded.
Yeah, Oklahoma City shooting 57% themselves from the field.
Yeah, they're red hot here.
Most of that damage is coming in the paint.
Going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow will go the way of the Stars. And I don't think Kurt Paulson was trying to be a referee on the sideline there. Whistle traveling. Referee saw it a little differently.
He emphatically declared that's a travel. Not the call, though.
You can fall down. Here's the thing. You can fall down with the ball. But if you start to roll around, it's traveling. You can fall down with it. You just can't move once you're down. 3 from the deep corner. Rattles it home. Bright shooting in rhythm, Darian Willies. He's got 3. He knocked it down. 29-26, 3-point lead. Chase Burnham with the basketball. Back out to Kalajaye. Match Burnham on the wing, goes to the baseline, reverse layup, up, leaves a little bit short, contested, but Kalajaye gets the offensive rebound, puts it up and in. His first 2, averages 12.6, had 11 in the win over St. Thomas out of Houston yesterday.
And some big buckets down the stretch.
He hit the big 3 to make it a 6-point game in the last 15 seconds that iced the game yesterday afternoon. Foul inside. Foul go against Berman. His first. Team foul number 7 on Carroll College. Burnham will check out, and Shilban Chenham will check back in for the Fighting Saints.
And you see on the replay there, Burnham draws a lot of attention when he has the basketball there, and nobody blocked out Kalajaye, and had one of the easiest baskets he'll have all tournament right there.
Free throw up and good. 4 points for Darian Willies. Mark Miller, Ross Casher, glad you're with us here. Started day 3, opening game of the second round of the 82nd NAIA Division I Men's Basketball National Championship. And Willies hits a mount. He's got 5. 31-28. The margin's been as big as 6. I don't believe the Stars have led in this game. If they did, they led early. Little 2-man game. Wyman goes to the basket, kicks it back out. Into the corner, Kalajaye open 3, leaves it a little bit long, and rebounded by Joe Clark. Opportunity to tie at the 6:10 mark. Howell's got it at that left wing. Carroll College stays in this man-to-man. Contested jump shot off the mark and rebounded by Shilban Chenham.
Not really in rhythm there.
as Campbell races it across the midcourt stripe, and Stars do a nice job of getting back on defense. Wyman's got in that deep corner. Picked up there by Joe Clark, like that matchup. Calagiaye back over to Burnham. Burnham goes to the basket, it's going to draw another foul. That'll go against Darian Willies. His second, team foul number 9, and back to the line goes Max Burnham. Thomas Alstuffy Ford will check in.
Checking in for the Fighting Saints, number 33, Thomas Alstafjord.
Calagiaye will check out.
And in for the Stars, number 10.
Yeah, Alstafjord got a handful of minutes yesterday, but again, we talk about coming back less than 24 hours after playing yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was pretty much a 6-man rotation for Carroll College. Siobhan Chenham was the only one that really came off the bench for Kurt Paulson. Burnham's free throw up and good. He's at 17. 2 off his average and 2 off what he scored yesterday. 32-28. Really good game here with 5:38 to play here in the opening quarter. Winner moves on to a 7:30 Saturday night game against the winner of the top-seeded Benedictine Club and U-Pike. Burnham's got them both. He's got 18. Starting to fill up my roster page here, my scorers book here. Bunch of free throws here by Burnham. He's just missed 1. Weave out front, looking for a dribble drive or a backdoor cutter. Key here, communication defensively. 3 won't go down. Nice shot there by Clark. Went around the cylinder and popped out. Chance to expand this 5-point lead as we near the 5:10 mark here in the opening half. Ball in his hand is Campbell. Kicks it over to Wyman, looking for that 2-man game. Gives it to Berman. Back to the basket, not looking to double team him. Berman goes back in, kicks in the corner. Siobhan Chenham's shot, no good, but Ripping trying to get the offensive rebound, but Alsty for Ford, couldn't hit it. And here come the Stars. What Berman can do out of that double team is he can skip past it with his size, and what he does is he looks on the other side, the 3 will be way off the mark, rebounded by Wyman. But he can skip past that, and look, if you're a 3-point shooter, you want Max Berman to have the ball in his hands. This is going to find you. Over to Berman. Jump shot on the way, can't get it to go, and Clark flies in there and gets the rebound. Like his game, really aggressive on both the offensive and defensive ends for the Stars. Clark's got it again, gets that screen. Now heads the screen, but Clark goes around, gives it off late, reverse layup up, around the rim, tipped up and in. Elijah Crispin, he's got 4. Went up, found that old board, and stuck it back in with the right hand off the glass, and it's 33-30. 3:55 to play here in the opening half.
Been a well-played first half here. Very entertaining.
Wyman at the top of the key. Berman looking to post up. Gives it back to him. Pass going to be stolen. Breakaway. Here comes Mark Howell to the basket, to the rim. Up, couldn't get it, but draws the foul on Shamrock Campbell, his first. Team foul number 8. 2-shot opportunity here for Howell. He led this team with 131 assists this year. 77% free throw shooter. Pass was a little lazy on the pass, and Howell got there. Little blocking foul, and we've got a timeout. Full timeout. Our score: Carroll College 33, Oklahoma City 30.
Well, the Carroll College Saints out of Helena, Montana, have an enrollment of 1,400. Record this year of 25-7 overall, and a conference record of 13-5. Of course, they were victorious yesterday over St. Thomas of Texas to improve their record to 26-7. Now they play their home games at Carroll College PE Center with a capacity of 3,000. So playing in a much bigger arena here, and this is their 13th NAIA championship appearance, as you see right there. All-time record of 13-12. They just topped the 500 mark yesterday with that victory over UST.
Little highlights from Max Burnham there. He's a threat to drive, and that's just a great reverse pivot, pull up 3. He can hurt you inside, he can hurt you outside. Oklahoma City University, the Stars have not looked to double team him often in that low post. Burnham leads the club with 18, followed by Wyman with 6. 7 for Anthony Davis to lead the Stars, 6 for Eric McCollum. And to the line will be Mark Howell looking for his first points of the morning. 33-30, 3:40 to play here in the opening half. Opening game of round 2 of the championship. Free throw up and good by Howell.
Oklahoma City perfect from the free throw line.
Yeah, both these teams can hit these shots. Of course, as soon as I say that, Howell misses the second free throw.
But still for the game, 90% for Oklahoma City, 86% for Carroll from the charity stripe. Both teams shooting 50% from the field as well.
Inside Berman, step back jump shot, hits the back of the iron, rebounded, an offensive rebound, another opportunity. Berman goes inside, puts it up off the glass, splits 2 defenders and scores. Give credit though there to number 21, Jovan Shilban-Chetam. He kept that possession alive with the offensive rebound, and second chance points are critical.
And Oklahoma City doesn't have an answer for Burnham yet.
No, he's got 20. 3 up, leaves a little bit short, rebounded by Shamrock Campbell. He'll look over at his head coach, Kurt Paulson, call a set, spread the court, 2:48 to play, and 20 on the shot clock. Haven't had to mention that too often here this morning. Back out to Campbell. Directs traffic against his man-to-man. Wyman on the left wing, goes to the basket, off the glass, can't get it to go. And ripping down the rebound is Eric McCollum. McCollum had 6 early, hasn't scored for about the last 10 to 12 minutes. Around the perimeter against his man-to-man defense. Heads the screen on the switch. Howell goes to work over the taller Burnham. Ball fake, puts it up, hits the bottom of the rim, but there on cue is Eric McCollum. Must have heard me. Got the stick back, put it up and in. Howell took Berman in, though he had the size disadvantage, was able to get Berman up in the air, and nobody blocked off McCollum. 35-33 inside of 2 at minute 55. The play here in the half. Curl cut inside, the give to Alstiford. He couldn't handle it, and a turnover against Carroll College. There haven't been many turnovers in this game.
That's a tough pass there.
Howell, nice ball fake to the rim, kicks into the corner for the 3, and the lead, in and out, wouldn't go, and Berman gets the ricochet of the rebound, and then off the foot of Carroll College. Not much to say on that.
Well, no.
Things happen.
In tennis, you would call that an unforced error.
And yeah, exactly right. Alstiford will check out. Back in the lineup is Itu Villa, number 5 for Carroll College. Minute 32 to play, 35-33. Carroll College by a deuce. Walking back out front is Trey Bryant. This is a deep Oklahoma City University Stars team. They run 4 or 5 off the bench. On the wing is Crispin. He's got 4. Over to Howell on that right wing. Right now, Carroll College switching a lot of screens. Shot up, no good. Tip try up, good. He's got 6. We're tied at 35. Inside advantage in this game goes to Oklahoma City, the Stars.
Man, they're taking advantage of it too. Just 2 of 9 from 3, but they are 10 of 15 from inside the 3-point line.
Wyman's going to be fouled. Maybe got away with nearly a walk on that. Call the foul instead. 2-shot double bonus.
Foul is on number 22, Eric Watry. His second.
John Watry, his second. As I mentioned, 10 team fouls, and Wyman has got 6, goes to the line to shoot a pair, trying to break this 35-35 tie. First one up, Wyman, this one rattles in and out, hits the front, the back lip, and bounces out. Joe Clark will check back in.
Chris Williams. In for the Fighting Saints, number 33, Thomas Alstiford.
Also back in is Chris Williams. Alstiford will check back in and give Matt Burnham, his first break of the game. 47 seconds to play in the half. Second free throw up and good by Wyman. He's got 7. 1 point Carroll lead, 43 seconds to play. In the opening half. Howell out front with it. Picked up by Shilvan Chettam. Gets a double team, goes to work, kicks in the corner to Joe Clark, and they're going to get an offensive rebound. His body's hit the floor. They're going to wave that on Mark Howell, who drove to the paint, maybe lost a contact on the way. Found it. It is Howell, his second. Player control foul, non-shooting foul, I should say. Wasn't a charge. He already had the ball out of his hands. And Howell will check out of the lineup. 31.7 seconds left, of 1.7 difference from the shot in the game clock.
That's 11 team fouls now for Oklahoma City.
And Burnham was out for about 15 seconds. He's back in for the last possession. He's looking for Carroll College to wind this down and get the last shot. Crossover, top of the key. Warp's got it. He's got 4 points here in the first half. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Get about a second difference. Warp goes to work. Crossover. Kicks it back out. Ball fake. 3 at the buzzer. Yes, and it goes! E2 Villa. Or will they go to the monitors on this? Did E2 Villa get the shot off or not? Right at the buzzer. Just a 27% three-point shooter. They're going to look to make sure that call is always made by the trail official. Trail official immediately signaled it was a 3. We'll take a look at it here with you. We can get a shot, don't have the clock, the ball fake. There it is, 2.1, 1 point. Yeah, he got it off in plenty of, or no, again, did he get it off before the shot clock? It looked like he did. We'll take another look at it here.
That's right, the game clock's not in question.
The game clock, you're exactly right. Did he get it off in time of the shot clock? And
I think yes. Let's see.
Nice work in the truck there, guys. Did he get it off before? Yes,
Ooh,
barely. That's close. But from this angle, it looked like he did. It wasn't, again, you pointed out, Ross, it wasn't the game clock. It was the shot clock. We'll rewind it. It was tight. Did it just leave his hands? They'll look at the monitor as you just had a chance to look at the monitor. That's the difference between a 4 or a 1 point lead at halftime.
Well, you had just said earlier in the possession that they had about a second.
And it is good. They're going to count it.
They are counting it.
Big bucket, we are at halftime. Our halftime score, Carroll College, led by Match Burnham's 20 points, 7 from Matt Wyman. Lead Oklahoma City University Stars 39-35. Eric McCullum leads the Stars with 8. Tell you now, that's going to send it to halftime because the clock continued to run. So that will get us to halftime. Carroll College 39, Oklahoma City University Stars 35. You're watching the 82nd annual NAIA Division I Men's Basketball National Championships. I'm Mark Miller alongside my partner Ross Castro. Second half action after this timeout.
We're revolutionizing the game of basketball right before your eyes. We've given it a brand new engine, driving each and every one of us into the data-charged future of sports, harnessing the power of instant analytics, and kicking the thrill of competition into high gear. It's the game you know and like nothing you've ever experienced. Shot Track.
This is who we are. We aren't afraid to get our hands dirty, learning and experiencing as we go in the field or the lab. We aren't waiting around for someone to show us the way. We are actively shaping the future. We're not doing this alone either. We're focused on those around us and making an impact here and afar. Created to shift perspective, to tell a story, building an atmosphere of expression. Our vision for tomorrow is brighter, it's better, and it includes us all. We are putting in the work to make it a reality. And it's not just about what we can do, but how we do it and why we do it that way. Pushing to the front of the pack, leading the way, and staying Christ-centered in the center of it all. This is who we are. Welcome to Jessup.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
We were true to the game before there was a game. Loyal to the ball before there were buckets. When Spalding created our first basketball in 1894, we didn't follow the competition. We set the standard. And we never stopped innovating, improving, adapting to meet the changing needs of the player and the game. We didn't make the rules. We made the ball.
It's in our passion. It's in our achievements. It's in our architecture and our heritage. It's in the way we innovate and discover. It's how we engage and inspire. It's time to experience it for yourself. Peru State College. See what's in it for you.
Shakespeare once said, "Some are born great, and some have greatness thrust upon them. The rest of us," he said, "have to achieve greatness." We know exactly what he means. Be not afraid of greatness. Achieve it. Benedictine College, where greatness begins.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Come on. Come on, Squirt.
Whatever your financial goals are, a U.S. Bank Wealth Management Advisor can help make them a reality. Talk to one today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible. Each day brings new possibilities. That's why you need a partner dedicated to helping your company reach its goals. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
This is the 82nd annual NAIA Division I Men's Basketball National Championship. Mark Miller and Ross Cashel. Let's look at some of the highlights here in the first half. First of all, Eric McCullum, who leads the Stars of Oklahoma City University with 8 points, getting his due inside. Some power moves, offensive stickbacks. Leads his team with 8. Match Burnham has been a headache for the Stars. He's got 20 of his team's 39 in a variety of ways. In the free throw line, the three-point line, 5 for 10, 9 for 10 at the line. So Match Burnham, their leading scorer, with 20. Entertaining first half. It ended on a 3 by E2 Villa with about 0.5 left on the shot clock. And Carroll College has the basketball first. It's Burnham, Wynham, Warp, Kalajaye, and Campbell. Davis, McCullum, Williams, Howell, and Watry for Oklahoma City and the Stars. Pull-up jump shot, mid-range, won't go down on the miss by Campbell, Shamrock Campbell. Oklahoma City can pull within, it's a 2-possession game at 39-35. The winner gets the winner of Benedictine and U-Pike tomorrow night in the quarterfinals. Deep 3 rattles in and out. Good looking shot there on the miss by Davis. But the ball is ricocheted, and they're going to call a pushing foul inside. Ife Kalajaye, and that'll be his 3rd foul, and that's a big foul.
Well, Oklahoma City, a night after going 15 of 29 from three-point range, are only 2 of 10 here this afternoon, although 10 of 17 for 2-point field goals.
Another opportunity and another tough shooting break there for Davis. Missed a couple of threes and we're halfway down. Kalajaye goes along the baseline, falls down, doesn't walk with it, then saves it some way. Wyman runs it down in the wing. Back up to Warp, and Carroll College will restart their offense. There's Burnham. Crossover, drive to the basket, up. Couldn't get the bunny to go, but gets his own rebound and scores. Some contact there with Davis. Referee was there, didn't call it. Burnham stayed with it, missed it, got the O board, and scores. He's got 22.
A productive trip. He gets a rebound, and he gets a field goal, and we're going to have a foul here.
And that's huge. That's on Kalajaye, and that is his 4th for the senior, who averages 12.6. He's been held to 2. But that's going to make Kurt Paulson in his first year with the Fighting Saints make a decision. And the decision is, let's go with Shilvan Chettam. He'll check in, and Kalajaye will check out. 2 big fouls on the senior here for Carroll College. Fighting Saints lead by 6, 18:40 to play here in the second half.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for Kalajaye. Just 1 of 4 from the field. You mentioned the 4 fouls. 2 of them quickly here to start the second half.
Powell goes to work. Backdoor pass, then the extra pass to McCullum up, and lays around the rim, but wouldn't go. Ball's going to be knocked off the hands of Match Burnham. But nice interior passing there by the Stars. They'll get a second chance opportunity here. Howe will inbound it. And the ball is knocked down by Burnham. Burnham, 6'9", guarded the ball, and Howe at 5'11", tried to throw it over him, and Burnham was able to knock it away. Turnover on the Stars, and there haven't been a lot of turnovers in this game by either club. Wyman over to Warp, and then a blocking foul inside. Late call will go against the Stars, and Anthony Davis, his 2nd team foul, number 1.
And you're right, it has been a pretty clean game from a turnover perspective. Just 6 for each team. We're in the second half.
There goes Warp over to Wyman, back out front to Shamrock. Shilvan Chettam, and they work it around the perimeter. Burnham, ball fake, goes to the basket. Splits 2 defenders, puts it up and in on an acrobatic move. Burnham's got 24. Split 2 defenders, tossed it up there. And it went in. Then the head screen out front. He'll hustle back to guard somebody in the post. Pass going to be knocked away. Let's take a look at that last basket by Burnham. Split 2 defenders. Wasn't much of a crease on the way down as he hit the floor, floated it up, and it went in. I think the Burnham family has had some one-on-one games in the driveway. older brother that played here, younger brother that will play here, and he's playing now as a sophomore. Jump shot up and good. And Darian Willies, he's got 7. 43-37. That 8-point lead was the biggest of the game. It's been cut to 6. 4 at halftime. Wyman out front with it. Crossover to the basket, to the rim. Pull up, jump shot up and good. Matt Wyman, he's got 9. 33 between Burnham and Wyman. 33 of the 45 Carroll College points.
Stars need to get Chris Williams going here. Averaging 19 a game, has just 2 today. Only took 2 shots there in the first half.
3, deep corner, at least a little bit short, and Berman rips down a rebound.
Correction, he has 4 points in the game. Still just the 2 shots, 1 of 2 from the field and 2 of 2 from the line. But they need his scoring. He had 27 last night.
In the corner, Siobhan Chenham back out to Wyman, top of the key, 3, open shot, contact, drains it. Matt Wyman with 12. This is a 42% three-point shooting team. Didn't see it yesterday in the win over UST. Driving shot, yes! What a move by Davis to finish that thought. But they're cooking from the three-point line in this game. 5 for 11, just 2 for 12 from Oklahoma City. Campbell over to Ward, baseline, back to Campbell. Play a little 2-man game to the basket, then a offensive foul on Dane Warp. That's his 3rd. So Kalajaye and Warp both have 3 fouls as wholesale substitutions getting ready to come in for the Stars.
Offensive foul number 2, Dane Warp.
10 minutes following the conclusion of this game, we'll have LSU Alexandria against Bethel, Tennessee.
For the Stars, number 3, Trey Bryant. Number 2,
Second round action in the Liston bracket.
in for the Fighting Saints, number 33.
So Wyman will check out. And Villa will check in for him. On the missed shot, rebounded by Siobhan Chenham, and then just a great hustle play by Chris Williams. Williams would not quit on that ball.
Bodies all over the floor.
Missed the shot, just stayed after it and stripped the ball. Got it back, and it results out in a miss, but a nice hustle by Williams. The ball is deflected off the hands of the Star. Go over to Carroll College, and we've got a timeout. Carroll College will take a full timeout. Oklahoma City has not called a timeout yet. They've got all 6 of their timeouts remaining. 15-18 to play, second half. Carroll College 48, Oklahoma City 39.
As we take a look at the Oklahoma City University bench, tell you a little bit about the Stars. Oklahoma City University located in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, obviously, with an enrollment of 2,800. They play in the Abe Lemons Arena, which seats 3,360. Have a record this year of 22-10 overall and a 13-9 conference record. And look at that. National championships, 6 of them. You're looking at the field of all time here. Oklahoma City with 6. Georgetown, a team that we'll see a little bit later on, has 2. Benedictine from nearby Atchison, Kansas, one of the #1 seeds in the tournament. They have 2 as well. And look at some of the other teams. Loyola, Mid-America Christian, Pikeville, and Science and Arts each have 1. 3 former champions lost in the first round, either yesterday or Wednesday. So a lot of schools here with a lot of tradition, but none with more championships than this Oklahoma City team. They've won the 6, and you see there a 49-17 record in the tournament. What's interesting, I think, about the 6 national titles, and we've been playing this tournament now for, 82 years. They've won all 6 of those within the last 30 years. First one came in 1991, so it's been somewhat of a recent dominant run for this Oklahoma City team.
15-15 left here in the second half, 48-39, biggest lead of the game. Carroll College has led from the get-go. 3-2 early, and they have kept that lead. Oklahoma City's knocked on the door. Carroll College with the basketball into Burnham. pull-up jump shot, rattles it in. Trying to take the charge. Referee wasn't buying it. Max Burnham's got 26. Drives to the basket. Nice move. Joe Clark. He's got 6. The Stars have had good success when they've got it to the paint off the dribble drive or the entry pass. That's where they have excelled this morning.
They're 13 of 22, 2-point field goal percentage today.
You'll take that every game. Pull up. 3 hits the front of the lip. Oklahoma City at the ball, trying to cut into this 9-point lead. 14-20, 50-41. Drive, shot up, count it. Little continuation. And Chris Williams, he's got 6. And 1. And you'll see it here. There's the drive, got the blocking foul, stayed with it. Referee waited and put it up and in.
You know, not unlike
now a conventional 3.
What we saw yesterday from Carroll, where they were struggling from three-point range. They decided they needed to focus on the 2-point baskets, and that's what we see here from Oklahoma City. Last 2 trips down the floor, they're driving to the basket as Williams completes the 3-point play there. You know, this Stars team just 2 of 13 from downtown, and they're changing their approach here, mixing things up a little bit in the second half. Cut it to 6.
Burnham went to the bench to get a little bit of a rest there as we hit the 14-minute mark. Wyman's got in the low block, goes to work. Shot's going to be blocked, but a foul is going to be called.
They're getting Willies on that one.
Willies his 3rd, team foul number 2. It's a shooting foul. Wyman went to the middle of the paint, looked like he was going to use his left hand, but then switched and shot an off-balance right-handed shot that was deflected, but getting part of the wrist. And now Wyman has a chance for 2 shots at the free throw line. He's got 13 now, an 80% free throw shooter. Most of these Carroll College players are north of 80% when they get to the free throw line. As a team, they're 81. Up good. Wyman with 14, back to an 8-point lead. 13:53 to play. 3, left corner, rattles around, and ripping down the rebound is Sylvan Chettam on the push. Wyman goes to the basket again. Out front, ball fake there by Campbell. He'll get it back. Good ball movement, staying active. Basketball is a passing game unless you're driving to the basket. Last thing you want to do is dribble the air out of the basketball. Nearly slipped, gets his balance back as Warren. Goes to the basket, gets some contact, and gets it stripped. Good play there by Williams. He gets the outlet pass, and it's thrown over to his head coach, Vinny Patel. So turnover against Carroll College.
Austin Fjord hits the bench there. Villa comes in, and no surprise, Max Burnham checks back in.
Villa back out front. Wyman's hands deep in the corner, open 3, bullseye. First points of the day by 6'5" forward Sylvan Chettam, and it's the biggest lead of the game at 11. This is an Oklahoma City team that pounded number 2 Stillman 101-84. They've been held to 44 here in the second round game. Drive to the basket, to the rim, up and good. Count it, 9 points by Darian Willies.
Basket by Darian Willies.
In the corner, tried to go back to back. This one hits the front of the lip on the side and missed and rebounded, and on the push, here comes Bryant. Kicks it out to Clark. 3, top of the key, bingo! Right through there by Elijah Crispin, he's got 9. And Oklahoma City will burn their first time out. They've cut it to 55-49. 11:59 to play here in the second half. So the first round is in the books. Games later today. Georgetown, Kentucky, the #1 overall seed, plays LSU Shreveport. Loyola, Louisiana, plays Arizona Christian. There have been some surprises here, no doubt about it. Mid-American Christian, William Carey coming up today. Here's the last three. Dribble drive to kick out, open three, hands down, and knocking it down is Crispin.
And just the third three on the afternoon, or the morning, I should say, for Oklahoma City. And again, it's worth repeating, they were 15 of 29 yesterday.
Well, Crispin's a 51%, get this, 51% three-point shooter, 51% from the field. You see that in Thursday's game against Stillman, 101 points. Right now, Oklahoma City Stars are really going to have to get on the treadmill there to get to 101. They sit there at 49 with 12 minutes left. The key to that has been transition buckets haven't been there because Carroll College has shot the ball well, and they've been able to get back on defense. So most of the points for Oklahoma City are coming in half-court offense. If you can get back on defense, limit your turnovers, make a team work in the half-court offense, they're not going to score 101 points on you.
That's right.
Not at this level.
Well, and 45 points yesterday came from behind the three-point stripe, and you know they're not near that percentage yesterday. They were over 50%. So maybe that last three-pointer by Crispin gets them going.
There's Berman against Williams, goes to work, gets the ball stripped. Nice help side defense there by Bryant. Coast to Clark up and good. Joe Clark off the bench. He's got 8. We've got a 4-point game, 6-0 run. Check that 7-0 run. It was a 12-point lead. Contact. They're going to call that on Clark. His second team foul, number 3. There's the strip inside. The strip came from the help side defense. That may be a change of strategy by head coach Vinny Patel. As you can see coming right at you is Wyman. Can't get a better look than that, trying to contest that shot. So Berman recognizes that. Look for him to pass out of that double team. Somebody be open. Usually there'll be a skip pass cross court. Wyman on the left wing. Thought about a screen that picks up his dribble. Curl cut to Shilvon Chenham. Jump hook way off the mark, but Berman hustles in and gets the offensive rebound and gets fouled. Shilvon kind of pats himself on the chest, says, hey, it was my bad shot there. Crispin gets his second foul, team foul number 4 to the line, where he's made a living as Max Burnham.
9 of 10 so far.
26, had 20 at halftime. Free throw up, good.
Well, these are the type of performances you really enjoy seeing in tournament play. We're down to 16 teams now as we enter play today. And you like to see your superstar players kind of put the team on their back. Again, Burnham wasn't much of a factor in the first part of the game yesterday, but finished strong, and he has come out strong here today.
10-12 at the line. Shot clock malfunction. They'll reset it. And that's the key. Not only does the key is to get it to Burnham, but the team knows that. They know their roles. And the same thing with the Stars. At this level, you know what your role is. If it's leading the team in floor burns or drawing charges or getting rebounds or making that extra pass on the assist and the double dribble there, the turnover against the Stars, or scoring the basketball. At this level, you get it to the young men here that can put the ball in the hole, and you continue to wear that out until the defense has a chance to fix it. If they don't, you just continue to wear it out. And what Burnham has done now is been able to get to the free throw line. And in tournament games, that's a real key.
Well, and he's got such great court awareness that he's also able to sense and feel those double teams and get his teammates involved. We've seen him get a couple of assists here today as the defense has focused their attention on him. So if that's what you're going to do, you got to be aware that he's going to get his other teammates involved.
Pull-up jump shot by Wyman's off the mark and rebounded by Joe Clark. Here come the Stars in the push. Bryant on the right wing takes it to the basket, kicks it out. Williams puts up a 3, won't go, and rebounded by Shilvon Chenham. Interested to look at the difference between the free throws here made for both teams.
And Oklahoma City's only missed one. They're 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Carroll is 16 of 20.
5-point margin, 6 advantage on the free throw line. That's what we're talking about. Warp inside, nearly falls down, nearly gets the ball stripped and saves it off. Shilbon Chenham goes in, he's going to draw the foul. Dane Warp stayed with it. There were a lot of hands in there trying to get that basketball away from him. He was able to tip it to his teammate. We'll look at it here. It's the 4th foul on Darian Willies. And to the line will be Jovan Shilbon Chenham, who's an 81% free throw shooter. 5.8 rebounds a game for this young man coming off the bench, and misses the front end of the 2-shot opportunity.
No, Willie's going to the bench here. It looked like he was the second person over. I thought maybe they would get Bryant with that foul, but Willie's goes to the bench instead. It's an important call because that, as you said, gives him number 4.
Second free throw up and good. And the pass is stolen. How about that? Right in front of us here. Look down at my scorer's book. In this game, you can't take your eyes off the court for a second. 6-point game, 9:38 to play. Wyman's got it. Back out front to Campbell, to Warp, and they will try to reset offense. 10 on the shot clock. Inside to Berman. Look at him to go to work here. Gets that double team, kicks it over to Warp. He'll drive the baseline and then pick up the foul on Williams, his second. Carroll College does a great job with the ball fake. Every time they get it, before they make that drive, they'll get that little hesitation, 6-inch ball fake, what they call it. Missed it there, but they'll get that drive, and it just gives them advantage. That little ball fake gets that defender to just go up a little bit and then try to drive by him and then try to get a foul, and that's what happened.
That last replay there, Mark, we saw that, in fact, it was Bryan who got the foul, but I don't think they changed it as Willies stays on the bench with the 4.
Berman's going to get the jab step instead he walked with it. Called by the trail official. 9:04 to play. Carroll College has led from the get-go. It's been tight. One time was an 11-point margin. Stars have cut into that. It's a 6-point margin now with 9 to play. Winner moves on. Loser packs it up, calls it a season. Inside, and they like it there, up and good. Anthony Davis, great position, and he got that in the first half as well. He gets in that. If you don't have help side defense there and he's able to drop step, cash the check, it's going to go in. Von Chenham's jump shot way off the mark. Maybe shot early in the shot clock. 8:30 to play. 4-point game. On the drive by Williams. Throws it over to the wing. Just tried to get rid of it. Pull up jump shot on the way. Off the back of the iron. And they're going to call a pushing foul inside. Let's look at Davis. Look at work. Just what I tried to describe there to you in his work inside. No help side. The help side defense got there late. But good body control, and Davis, little pump, little flex there of the muscle power that he has, puts it up and in. Weak side defense, if the ball's away from you and you're on the weak side, you need to have 2 feet. Once it goes below the free throw line, you have to have 2 feet in the paint on the weak side to be able to come over and help side defense. Defense was late, and Davis burned him. Wyman will go to the line. A little coaching 101 there for you, partner. Free throw up and good.
Get 2 for the price of 1 today.
A little bit. And we'll have a timeout. I need to catch my breath anyway. 8:20 to play here in the second half. A good one here from Municipal Auditorium in downtown KC. Glad you're with us. Mark Miller alongside my partner, Ross Cascio. 58-53, Carroll College by 5.
Well, Carroll doing it on the strength of 49% shooting from the field and 40% three-point shooting today. They're 6-15. Started off on fire from the free throw line, did the Saints. Cooled off a little bit, but still a very healthy 78% from the foul line. 18 of 23. Oklahoma City at 46% for the game from the field. Just 19% from three-point range. They've been solid from the free throw line as well, just haven't gotten there as often as Carroll. Oklahoma City at 91%, 10 of 11 from the free throw line today. Look at the top 3 scorers for Oklahoma City have combined for 29 points. Match Burnham himself has 27 points. Burnham doing it on 8 of 14 shooting today. He is 1 of 3 from three-point range. And I think we're receiving word that Trey Bryant now has been given credit, if you will, for the foul that occurred a few minutes back. And that's going to bring Willys maybe back into the game, or at least give them the opportunity, because his fouls go now from 4 to 3. So the officials during this timeout get that correct.
Out of the free throw line is Wyman, hits the second of 2. He's got 16. 43 of the 59 points with the two seniors, Match Burnham and Matt Wyman. For Carroll College, back to a 6-point game and 8:10 to play here in the second half. Three, top of the key, bang, right through there by Elijah Crispin. That's back-to-back threes for Crispin. We got a 3-point game here at 59-56. Wyman with it. Back over to Campbell to Wyman. Tough man-to-man defense. Burnham had backdoored his defender, but Wyman didn't see him. He actually backdoored him twice, but couldn't get the pass. And now with a 3, this game can get tied in the hands of Williams. Kicked in the corner, and they'll double team Davis. He's going to go to work anyway. Ball fake, jump hook, leaves a little bit short. Offensive rebound, stick back up and good by Elijah Crispin. He's got 14. We got a 1-point game, partner. 59-58 with 7:16 to play. Timeout, Oklahoma City University.
Elijah Crispin bringing this team back. 6'5", the forward, hit a couple of threes in that time there. The offensive rebound and the stick back. Crispin now with 8 in the game. And all of those have come within the... Check that. Crispin's got 14 points, but he scored 8 points in the last couple of minutes to bring his team within 1. There you see the miss by Davis, but there is Crispin with the putback, and he's been a spark here for this Stars team in the second half, who are still looking for their leading scorer, Chris Williams, to get on track. Williams has just 7 points in the game after averaging 20 a game on the season and scoring 27 in the contest last night, the 101-84 victory.
Well, right now, the head coach for Oklahoma City is using that timeout to pretty much discuss a few things. They're exchanging Christmas cards or anything, but Vinny Patel was trying to get a point, pointing at both ends of the court, where his assistant coaches were doing most of the talking in the huddle until just now, but trying to get his point across that he saw something, and then the referees will confer. 59-58, 7:16 to play. I had a feeling this was going to be a barn burner right to the buzzer. There's too much talent on both of these clubs here.
Two evenly matched teams, both teams shooting right at 47% from the field for the ball game. Rebounding edge goes to Oklahoma City right now. No, check that. We're even in rebounds as well. 23 all, and Burnham gets hit in the face by Davis.
Incidental contact, good sportsmanship there by Davis. That was just incidental contact. But it will be the 8th foul, and Berman will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Unfortunately for for Match Burnham.
And misses the free throw.
Incidental doesn't hurt any less.
That's right. He took one in the chops and misses his 3rd free throw of the day. 1-point game, 6:55 to play. Basket can put the Stars ahead for the first time this morning. Trey Bryant back out front on the switch. Pull up 3, right wing, in and out. Almost halfway down. They're going to call a foul. I think they're going to get Match Burnham on that. And they are. That'll be his second. Burnham's checking his choppers in front there to make sure everything's still intact. See if he's got a molar or something laying on the court. He took a pretty good shot there. But again, all incidental and great sportsmanship by Anthony Davis. Nearly stolen. Wyman trying to jump in that passing lane. Got there just a little late. Knocked it out of bounds. Let's see if Carroll College went to a 2-3 here. Ife Kalajai is checked back in, playing with 4 fouls. And it looks like it is a 2-3 zone here. 2-3 zone here by Carroll College. They'll match up here. Davis and then offensive foul and a great move by Wyman. Wyman got up, got into his body there. Davis had a little shoulder. We'll take a look at it. That'll be the 4th foul on Davis. There's the entry pass, but Wyman got in there and got to sell it, baby. A little Hollywood. And the offensive foul, and more importantly, as strong as Davis has been inside, he's got 4 fouls and looks like he'll stay in the game here. So we're coming down to crunch time with 6:20 to play here in the second half. 1-point game, 59-58. Who wants it more?
And Davis is guarding Match Burnham, so you know Burnham's going to touch the basketball most likely.
There's Wyman to the basketball fake, gets his man up in the air and puts it up and scores. He got Crispin up in the air, and that's a senior knowing what to do with the basketball. 61-58 inside of 6. Drive to the basket, and there's a young man that knows what to do with it as well. Chris Williams, the 6'2 guard. He's got 9. He's a matchup headache, no doubt about it. 61-65 and 40 to play. Wyman looking for Berman. Crossover, kicks it over to Berman. Open 3 on the wing. Bingo. Max Berman. What a way to hit the 30-point barrier with a 3 ball and give his team a 2-possession lead at 64-60. 5:20 to play. Deep in the corner, back out front. Again in this 2-3 zone, little change-up strategy defensively. 3, hits the back of the yard. Wyman rips down the rebound. Gives it over to Campbell, and they'll walk it up the court. So we're near the 5-minute mark and a 4-point Carroll College lead. Carroll College with 2 timeouts remaining, Oklahoma City with 4. They're going to be an off-ball foul, it looks like there. They're going to get a hold on Chris Williams away from the ball. Or was that, looks like maybe that was, that was on the ball because going to the line will be Shamrock Campbell to shoot a double bonus. Campbell's free throw up, and yes, Campbell's just his 4th point. And now they're going to discuss who, if that was now here's my thought. If that was an off-ball foul away from Campbell had the ball in his hands, but I don't think he was the man that was fouled. So
well,
now, is this fixable?
Well, this was an interesting turn of events here because Kurt Paulson, we'll take a look here.
All right. Now, they're going to, if they called the foul on Chris Williams, and help me out with this, partner, if that's what they did.
Well, it looks like, yeah, Chris Williams was the one who had his arm around
then
Wyman right there.
Campbell should not have been shooting a free throw.
Right, they're going to go, Wyman is the one that should be at the free throw line, most likely. Now, he's an 80% free throw shooter. Campbell's an 82% free throw shooter, so both of them can shoot it. I don't know that they were really trying to get over with anything there because they're both 80% free throw shooters. The officials have to get it correct.
Now, one of the officials looked like he signaled timeout or technical. The T I saw from this angle up.
Well,
did they
going back to the call? First of all, Kurt Paulson was very active before the call, and as soon as the foul was called, the official went over and asked him to settle down a little bit. And then, in that confusion, we may have had the wrong person going to the free throw line.
Well, here's the thing. Now, whose responsibility is it? If the referees think that Carroll College put the wrong shooter at the line to shoot the free throw, whose responsibility is that? Because the foul was called away from where Shamrock Campbell was, but he shot the free throw. This will be interesting.
Well, it's got to be the official's responsibility to make sure the right person.
Nope. They're going to call a technical on Carroll College for putting the wrong man at the free throw line. That's exactly what they're going to call here. That'll be a 16 foul on Carroll College. I've been covering basketball, coaching it, playing it, broadcasting it for a long time.
Well, you've also officiated.
And I've also officiated a few games. I haven't seen this ever happen and not be caught. Free throw up, good by Williams. This is a big point of this game right now. That's 10 by Williams. The key thing is today, a free throw up and good at 64-62. Now, do they keep that point on the board? Might have the guys upstairs look at that. Have they taken that point off from Carroll College?
Number 24, Matt Wyman.
Because now Wyman, who should have been the shooter, will he shoot one or two here? Makes it look like he's going to shoot two, so they must have taken that point off, and now it's 65. Wow, what a turn of events on that play.
Well, what I don't understand is the official is in charge of saying who goes to the free throw line and who committed the foul, yes? How do they allow?
And Wyman gets them both. Yeah, I mean, you can't purposely, and Carroll College but the wrong man went to the free throw line. That was what happened.
Right.
Now, who's supposed to catch that? Alley-oop slammed! Up and in on the dunk by Joe Clark. Runs baseline, gets the alley-oop. We got a 2-point game.
Joe Clark is supposed to catch that pass. I know who's supposed to catch that. What a play. Second slam with authority today for Joe Clark. Nice find right there. Clark throws it down. Bryant with the perfect placement of that pass. And Clark throwing it down with authority. So we've got a 2-point lead now for Carroll after a strange turn of events just moments ago, which resulted in a technical foul against Carroll. 2 free throws by Oklahoma City has cut into the lead, and then they follow it up with the alley-oop slam after the correct Carroll player hits 2 free throws. And at the end of all of that, we've got a 2-point ball game.
Wow. Yeah, well, we'll get some definition in between games here maybe a little bit. Trying to reach out here, but we don't have, the ability to find the rule book on that and whose responsibility. You can't send the wrong man to the free throw line, but who's supposed to catch that? Wyman's got it. Let's move on. 4:20 left. Berman's got it. Goes up and under, forces one up. And the foul is called by the outer official on the drive or the move inside. So Max Burnham will go back to the free throw line. And that'll be the 5th foul on Anthony Davis. He'll foul out with 11 points with 4:16 to play here in the second half. Darian Willies will come in. Here's that drive. There was a little bump there.
And
Burnham
got some of Burnham's arm, and that's a big player removed from this game. Davis at 11 points. Just a couple of rebounds, but 5 of 10 from the field. It's a threat down low today for the Stars.
And Burnham hits them both. He's got 32. 4-point lead, 4:15 to play. Ton of time here. 68-64, Carroll College. Winner gets the winner of Benedictine and U-Pike. 7:30 tomorrow night in the quarterfinals, and a foul off the ball, and that's going to go against Joe Clark, his 3rd. It'll be a non-shooting foul. Walking it up the court here is Campbell. Carroll with the ball inside of 4 to play. And the opening round of the opening game of the second round of the 82nd NAIA Division I Men's Basketball National Championship. Then the pass is stolen. Here comes Clark in the push. Williams. Transition 3, kicks it to the wing, shot up, hits the rim, rattles around, nothing going on, and we'll have a traveling call inside as hitting the deck with the basketball. A nice hustle play for the Stars. And that was Joe Clark. You can just tell Joe Clark probably leads this team in floorboards. Really like his game, aggressive game. He gets after it pretty hard, just nods his head, and he's ready to move on. What a warrior is Joe Clark.
Landing hard on that left elbow there.
I don't think that's going to phase him one bit. The basketball is warped. Picked up on the wing there by Watry.
He's already got that shoulder wrap, so left side of his body not feeling too good right now.
Campbell goes to work, kicks it off to Kalajaya, then it's stolen, getting a hand on it. Here come the Stars on the push, and then an errant pass on the wing. I think the pass there by Bryant, and not expecting it, was Eric Watry. Instead of taking it to the basket, Bryant threw that wing pass. I also think the Stars were expecting it. A big turnover, 3:10 to play. Basketball out front is Campbell. Pass gonna be stolen, and guess who? Joe Clark, tomahawk slam. Joe Clark, he's got 12. Jump that passing route. If you don't jump to the ball, somebody like Clark's gonna just step in, steal it. Plus, I love those red tennis shoes.
Well, he's 5 of 8 from the field, and 3 of those shots have been very high percentage shots.
68-66. Kalajaya to Warp. Looking for Burnham. Warp drives in. The floater, yes! Dean Warp's only got 6 points, but none more important than that. 2:25 to play. Fasten up here. 70-66. Carroll College by 4. Deep 3, and Burnham gets a hand or check down. Wyman does. Berman saves it. Big defensive play there by the Fighting Saints. And they are in a fight here with a tough team out of Oklahoma City. In the corner, Berman goes to work along that baseline. Is going to draw the foul. Let's look at that Clark slam, because I think he looked right into the camera, baby. There's the jump. Coast to coast, up, bang. We'll get it. I'm going to like this angle. Here comes Clark right into your living room. Up. There we go.
Hello.
Burnham's free throw with 2 minutes left. Free throw up, yes. Burnham with 33 at 19 yesterday. 33 points for the senior star for the Fighting Saints. Tried to give his team a 6-point lead at the 2-minute mark. Second one, there, yes. 34. Stars need a good position here. They have knocked on the door and knocked on the door, just haven't been able to open it yet to get the lead. Trailing by 6, 2 possessions. Redirecting traffic now is Markel. Back out front. Into the corner, Williams in this 2-3 zone late. Dribble drive to the basket, can't get it to go, and ripping down the rebounds, Matt Berman on the miss on the drive by Joe Clark. Up the court to Kalajaya, across the midcourt stripe. Crossover, Kalajaya to the basket. Pulls up off the glass, yes! Ife Kalajaye's only got 4. Yesterday he had a big 3 late to ice the game, and this one puts his team up by 8 with 1:17 to play. Williams tries to answer, hits the side of the rim, and Wyman rips down the rebound for Carroll College. Length of the court pass, Warp up, left hand, yes! Dan Warp with 8. Carroll College surges to a 10-point lead with 1:11.
1 minute to play.
Then throw it in the backcourt and over the back.
What a flurry.
What a flurry activity, and it's going the Saints' way.
Not a second day in a row. Kalajaya with the big basket. after sitting most of this half with 4 fouls. He had 2 early fouls in the second half, which put him on the bench. Got the ball again, not in a hurry to shoot though.
52 seconds left, and we'll have an off-ball foul on Howell.
Fouls on Mark Howell, number 4 for the Stars.
That's his third.
Personal foul.
We know what happened last time there was an off-ball foul for Carroll College. And they'll send Dane Warp to the free throw line.
Well, the Saints appear to have dodged that bullet. At the time, that was a 2-point game.
Warp misses the free throw. Team up by 10 with 50.9 seconds left.
And looking to advance to quarterfinal game on Saturday night against the winner of Pikeville Benedictine. They'll play later tonight at 7:30.
Gonna be a little injury time out here. Warp might have some blood on his hand. He's able to be attended to. Get some time here to fix him up before they'll start play again. A little big miss and a big stick back there from Max Burnham, and he's been the difference. 34 points, some of his highlights. What a game for the senior. 34 out of his team's 77. He threw Wyman's 20 in there. Quick math, 54 out of 77 for those two seniors.
And Max Burnham, 9 of 15 from the floor today. 2 of 4 from three-point range and 14 of 17 from the free throw line.
Burnham with a big smile on his face. His team's 47 seconds away. Contested 3 by Howell, knocks it down. Immediate timeout called by Vinny Patel. Howell got 4, 77-69 with 44.2 seconds left. Yeah, what an interesting last 5 minutes here in this game. That was a huge play on that technical, but then Carroll College just kind of kicked it into another gear and would not be denied.
Yeah, that's pretty mentally strong for them to be able to do that there, Mark. And you know, it's not a scenario. I can't imagine that you see it once in a season. Unless, you know, once
I've never seen it.
Right.
I've never seen it in coaching and broadcasting and playing. I've never seen the wrong guy go.
Exactly.
I know it's happened, but I just have never witnessed it.
And you know, the instances where I've seen it happen, they catch it before the free throw gets shot. And you'll see, and what was interesting about that scenario is they were 2 really good free throw shooters. And so there wasn't, they weren't trying to replace a 50% free throw shooter with an 80% free throw shooter. That's what made it interesting. And as we said, Coach Kurt Paulson in his first year.
Clark gets a foul. To the line will be Kalajaye in between games before our next broadcast. And that'll be Bethel, Tennessee against LSU Alexandria. I'm going to talk to an official and just paint that scenario on whose responsibility it is. As Kalajaye hits the free throw, he's got 5. And, you know, and a heads-up play by the Stars, and I think that was Eric Watry, said, wait a minute, this is the wrong guy shooting. And Kalajaye hits them both. I think we probably dwelled on it enough, but it was just an interesting call. Howell trying to hit back-to-back threes. This way off the mark. Shilbon Chenham gets the rebound. He's fouled in backcourt, and 33.7 seconds left. I think you could punch the ticket here. Watry picks up the foul, his third, and 2 shots now by Shilbon Chenham. So Carroll College is going to advance to Saturday at 7:30. They'll have a little bit more time off in between games. That's why they call this the toughest basketball tournament in America, to win 5 games in 6 days.
Back in for the Stars, number 10.
With Sunday off, semis are on Monday, championship game on Tuesday, quarters on Saturday, and ball is missed, rebounded by Howell. Stars up the court, pull-up shot, Williams way off the mark, and Burnham gets the rebound. Academic now, 25 seconds left. This one's over. Stars won't foul, and shot clock is turned off, and the fans that have made the trip from Helena, Montana, as Siobhan Chenham orchestrates the crowd to get on their feet and cheer for their Fighting Saints, and they are moving on, baby. 80-69 win over Oklahoma City, and they will advance to play the winner of number 1 seed Benedictine of the Dewar bracket. They'll play U-Pike, the 4 seed tonight at 7:30. Once again, our score 80-69. Leading scorers, first of all, for the Stars, as they'll finish their season at 22-11. They were led by Elijah Crispin's 14, Joe Clark's 12, 11 for Anthony Davis, 10 for Chris Williams. For Carroll College, the number 3 seed in the Dewar bracket. What a game by Max Burnham. 34 points, 20 in the first half, 14 in the second half, 20 by Matt Wyman, 9 by Dane Warp, and Carroll College wins it 80-69. Coming up next, LSU Alexandria against Bethel, Tennessee. For Ross Cashel, this is Mark Miller. This is the 82nd annual NAIA Division I Men's Basketball National Championship from historic Municipal Auditorium. More basketball after this timeout.